means that based on those numbers, more than half of you fall into one of those two categories. But I want to help you, keep you from falling into those categories. So I'm going to tell you how to shift from survival mode to thriving mode. And in order to do that, you need to know a few things. So you need to know the 3 things that are keeping you stuck in survival mode, 6 key elements that you can help you thrive in your business or your career, and 6 ways to shift from surviving to thriving. So let's talk about the definition of survival. It's the act of enduring in or through an adverse or unusual circumstance. So as humans, it's our natural ability to endure. By design, we do what we have to do in order to get by or get through. We work with what we have, we deal with what we need to deal with in order to make it through. And we do this in every area of our lives. We do it in our personal lives, our kids, our family, our homes, our jobs. We say things like, I hate this job, but I gotta pay my bills. We do it in our businesses, we take on clients that we don't want to work in. Hey, I gotta make payroll next week. We do it in our relationships. I have to stay with it. It takes care of me. We tell ourselves, if I could just get through it, once I get through, everything will be better. But the problem is we get stuck and we stay there. And here are 3 reasons why. We fear failure. We get scared of the unknown. What if I fail? I don't want to fail, fall flat on my face. I don't want to disappoint. Everybody's depending on me. We fear success. What if I get too big too fast? How will I manage? I don't think I'm ready. I can't look unprofessional and unorganized. We fear what other people will say. If I fail, they'll say, I told you so, or I knew she couldn't do it. And if you succeed, you're scared that they'll say, what you think she do good for us now? These are the stories that we tell ourselves. But you have to push, you have to get past these fears if you want to thrive, because they're holding you back. They're like a ball and chain that you're carrying everywhere you go, with a heavy burden constantly sitting on your shoulders. This was me for a lot of years, for many years. I was one of those people who said, I hate my job. I hate working for other people. I hate feeling undervalued. But I have to support my family. I can't quit my job. What are my parents going to say? What are my friends going to say? What if I fail? Because for me, I didn't have a problem succeeding. I know I was good. I had a problem failing. I have 2 daughters, and I'm responsible for them. My husband's job wasn't enough to sustain the life that we live by ourselves, by himself. How can I put that burden on him? This is what I was telling myself every single day. And every single day, I was miserable at my job. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. Taking a pay cut to get some more work-life balance. Did y'all know that was a myth? That don't really exist. I was fed up. So I took the time to sit down and figure out what I needed to do. Who did I need to be to get out of this rut, to get out of this space, to get out of this situation? And what I found that there were 6 things that I needed. I needed a plan. I needed to sit down and write out what I wanted to say and create my plan B. Because plan A was not working. Plan A had me stressed out, tired, frustrated, constantly overwhelmed. you're going to do. I remember when I was working at a CPA firm a while back, and my boss asked me all these questions, and I was famous for having brain freeze. He asked me a question, I was like a deer in headlights. And he said, he saw it in my face, and he said, look, if you don't know the answer, say you don't know the answer. And tell them you'll get back to them. You'll figure it out, and you'll get back to them. You get much more respect than them. And it is something that that has stuck with me, and I've used it in every area of my life, in every area of my business, because it's true. It removes, when you say that, when you own that, and you say, I don't know, I'm going to find out, and I'm going to let you know. It takes away that fear, and it puts in you some confidence that you're going to figure it out, and you're going to be good at it, and you're going to know what you're talking about. I needed to be passionate. Passion is a byproduct of drive. It's what keeps you going. It keeps you doing what you love. It's the excitement, the enthusiasm that shows up on your face when you talk about what you do. It's the eagerness that shines through when someone asks you about your job or your business. It's the thrill heard in your voice or shown in your face when someone says, I know her, I love her, and they rave about you. You live and you breathe this stuff. Every time someone asks me what I do, I can't wait to tell them everything. Absolutely everything. Then I have to remember there's only so many hours in a day. And they don't really need to know everything. So now that I knew what I needed to do and who I needed to be, how was I going to do it? I needed to make a change and I needed to make a shift and get out of this surviving mode that I had been stuck in so that I could end up in a thriving one. And I found that there are 6 ways to shift. You can transform your thinking. You can have guts, readjust or reposition yourself. Remember your inspiration. Don't veer off course, and then elevate and excel. So transform your thinking. Stop worrying if you're too old or too young, too big or too small, too educated, not educated enough, worrying about where you live, is it appropriate, can you really pull this thing off? And we meet every single Thursday. And this guy comes in every morning, he says, good morning, you beautiful people, you awesome people. And it gets every single one of us going, every single week. Because he's right, we're awesome, we're amazing, and everybody should know. One of my coaches used to say, if you're the bomb and nobody blows it, you'll blow it by yourself. Have guts. I'm a little nervous. I have flicks and knots in my stomach. But you know what I'm saying, feel the fear, but do it anyway. And so I did it. Because if I knew if I didn't, nothing would ever change. Not ever. Readjust and reposition yourself. Probably the hardest thing for me. I had a couple of ideas about my business before I finally landed on what I wanted to do. And it requires me to think outside the box. You heard my bio, right? I'm a numbers person. The most boring profession in the world. But I love numbers. Or maybe I love money. But either way, the personality of a number cruncher is not me. I'm different, and I know it. Which means my business has to be different. Which means I have to position myself around other people who are not necessarily the people that I'm comfortable and used to being around. I have to align myself with other professionals who can help me get to where I'm going to go. Positioning is everything. Remember your inspiration. So as I began to do this and continue to do this, I'm always thinking of the bigger vision. It's not about me. It's about my family, who I'm leaving a legacy for. It's about the other business owners that I'm meant to help and serve. They are who and what motivates me. I'm inspired by so many things, but primarily by other people's success. And not just any person, people that I know that struggle. I know how far they've come. Some people like vision boards. Did y'all know those things really work? I created a vision board at Christmas time after I went to Ross, found this cute little board, got all these magazines, cut all these pictures up, and I created the board. And by the end of January, 2 things on that board have already started to come to fruition. So they really work. You never know what happened, right? Don't veer off course. This will be the hardest part for you. Don't let anyone or anything take you off course and make you manage your focus. Keep your eye on the prize. So 2 weeks after I left my job, I got hives. Have y'all ever had hives? It's not fun at all. So I said, it has to be God's way of saying, girl, if you don't make a decision on this health insurance, because I had a plan and I had a budget, and what came back was not in my plan and it was not in my budget. It blew my budget out the water. And I started thinking, do it anyway, no matter what trials come your way. Readjust and reposition to be able to stop and regroup when necessary. Remember, keep the end goal in mind. Remember your inspiration. Know your why, because it's bigger than you. Don't fear. Blaze the trail and stay on course. Don't let distractions get in your way. And elevate and excel. Do it now. Define what will work for you and rock it out. The result will be a thriving business or a thriving career. So thank you all for allowing me to share these tips. Feel free to connect with me anywhere in the social world for more tools, tips, and resources on how to make your life and business a thriving one.